distinguished professors, dear colleagues, my presentation will be the last one, as I heard. I will be short since we don't have a lot of time. Okay, for decades, the Republic of Greece has been fighting against wildfires that jeopardize security of people in urban areas. The concept of resilience, originally created in technical sciences, found its implementation in security studies as a response to progressive growth of security challenges, risks, and threats. This presentation will demonstrate preventive, absorptive, adaptive, and restorative capacities of populated areas of the Republic of Greece in the context of firefighting, as well as of the security implications and non-resilience of mentioned areas. Special attention in this presentation will be paid to the impact of wildfires as one of the numerous routine risks in the Republic of Greece on the security of non-residents whose presence gives a significant contribution to the recovery from the economic and migrant crisis. We have a problem with this slide. Okay. The monastery of Hilander was built on terrain with intensive tectonic activity. Recorded earthquakes brought a number of smaller or larger fire. Since the time that monastery was built, several wildfires were recorded. One in the 17th century, actually in 1639. The second one was in 1722, then in 1776, and afterwards 1891, 1950, and 1981. The largest one was in 2004. The largest fire in Hilander and Mountain Athos burnt more than half of the monastery quarters. Wildfire broke out in March 2004 and caused extensive damage on 8 monastery buildings. Wildfire didn't cause human casualties, and the treasury building somehow remained intact. Wildfire lasted for 6 hours, and wildfire could have been avoided if contemporary preventive fire protection capacities have been implemented. At this slide, you can see the damaged area of Hilander Monastery. It's painted in red. It's more than 50% of monastery buildings that were destroyed in 2004. Technical fire protection of historical buildings is based at several principles: minimum interventions, authenticity preservation, minimum loss of the existing fabric, and reversibility and sincerity of intervention. Experts who were engaged in renovation process strictly adhered to the principles mentioned above, which made monastery buildings vulnerable to numerous risks. According to some risk assessment methods, the whole monastery complex was at high fire risk. Undertaking of additional prevention measures is necessary in order to make the monastery fire resilient, such as replacement of basic structural elements, then firefighting units formation in nearby area, and reduction of fire load in the monastery complex. Reconstruction of the monastery of Hilander lasted until the year 2014, with total costs estimated at 25 million euros. During the process of reconstruction, steel, concrete, and protective mortars were used, and new underground fire protection tank was built. Now I will skip to the second half of my presentation. The city of Athens and Thessalonica were part of one project that was called 100 Resilient Cities. This project was funded by Rockefeller Foundation. 100 Resilient Cities supports the implementation of resilient concept that includes not just the shocks such as earthquakes, wildfires, floods, etc., but also the stresses that weaken the city functioning and jeopardize lives of inhabitants and non-residents. Wildfires have been causing problems to Greek authorities for decades. Wildfires caused severe damage in previous years and jeopardized human lives in urban areas. Non-residents give significant contribution to the budget of Hellenic Republic, approximately 80% of Greek budget. Greek authorities are intrinsic resilience against wildfires in urban areas and coastal holiday spots through strengthening of preventive, absorptive, adaptive, and restorative capacities. Wildfires in 2007, one of the worst in few decades, showed that help gained from EU countries and Russian Federation was substantial. Greek Fire Corps showed operational weaknesses such as inadequate coordination of firefighting services and total reliance on ground forces. Building resilience against wildfires and improving security in urban areas in Hellenic Republic is a process of strengthening basic pillar of resilience reflected through preventive capacities, such as modern training, purchasing personal protection equipment, as well as obtaining additional tools such as portable pumps, drip torches, etc. Cooperation among services and other countries remains essential in building other capacities of resilience, absorption, adaptation, and restoration. That would be all. It was short. Any questions?
Thank you. We have one or two to answer.